Good morning everyone, my name is Liam Alexander and you are watching The Tired Eye for the second week. This week we will be talking about teachers and ranting about them. I will be explaining how to be a good teacher. Alright, so we all know teaching is probably a really hard job. Think about all the extra work hours and everything. It's a big commitment, and I have a lot of respect for good teachers. The ones who are passionate and actually care about you. And then there are the ones who are just like, no, no, no. Unfortunately, I've had my fair share of experiences with these teachers, so I'm going to be giving you some advice as a person who may become a teacher in the future, or maybe already is, on how to be a good teacher from a student's perspective. Just so you know, I'm in my third year of high school, which here is grade 9, so technically I would be a freshman, but I'm not. I'm in my third year because there's 5 years here. It's a long story. It's not a long story, I just told the entire thing. First of all, if you're teaching multiple subjects, please make it multiple subjects that you actually know about. At my old French elementary school, I had a Romanian teacher who was teaching English. She was fluent in Romanian, not in English or French. My best memory of elementary was actually like, hey everybody, take out, nope, that was like Italian and Indian. Everybody, take out your worksheet. She meant to say worksheet in case that wasn't clear. If you don't like kids, do not become a teacher. Teaching requires an insane amount of patience, and if that's not something you have, it's not the right job for you. People teach because they want to make a difference in the world and they know how. If you're just doing it to get through the day, it's not the kind of thing that suits you. Number 3, you need to be understanding of kids. Seriously. We talk and it's rude and it's a problem, but don't scream. That does not solve anything. The best teacher I ever had just stood, sort of hovered above the student when they were talking. Oh my god, and then I was like, hello there. Intimidation is the worst way to get respect. The best kind of teacher is one you can relate to. If you talk about your past experiences in school, that is one of the best things you can do for yourself. And I don't mean like, and I got straight A's all the time, I was a really good student. No, tell them about how flawed you were. It may seem counterintuitive, but it is such a good idea. It makes you seem like a human being instead of a zombie just repeating words over and over that don't make any sense. One of my favorite teachers this year actually almost failed me 2 terms in a row. But you know why I appreciate him so much? He is so interesting. He had an hour-long discussion with us about the classes he failed. I failed a lot of classes in college. Did you fail Someone asks if he failed history. No, I failed that in high school. And then he gave me like a look and it was kind of incredible. He explained to us how grades do not define who you are. And honestly, that has changed how I do my schoolwork. Actually, I still don't do my schoolwork, but I think about it differently. It doesn't mean that I like my school anymore, but I like him a lot more. Offering help sessions is a really good idea. At my school it's mandatory. Sorry, mandatory. They don't actually enforce that at all. To see what they do enforce, make sure to check out last week's video. This teacher knew I was struggling. I had had several breakdowns in class, and he hadn't really done anything. At the beginning of this term, I went to my guidance counselor to ask about tutoring. She hooked me up with a student tutor who did not know the material. She was an incredibly nice person, but it just didn't make sense to her. So when I spoke to my teacher, guess what he said? He explained to me that this is something that was rarely taught, and that it made perfect sense that my tutor wouldn't understand it. But I still needed to hand it in, of course. Fucking conjectures. So basically, not only did he help me, future Liam here, and I forgot to say something. So basically, not only did he not help me, he didn't answer my questions when I asked. The person he sent me to for help could not help me. Not because she didn't want to, because she couldn't, because she was not taught this properly. You should not punish a student for needing help. Now this teacher kind of hates me, and I hope he doesn't watch my videos. Is it ironic that I'm holding my camera up with Of Mice and Men right now? I wouldn't know because I don't listen in class and I don't know what irony is. Shout out to Mr. Northy because you're incredible, by the way. I wish I got better grades in your class, but you're still a good teacher. Anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed watching this week's episode. It was a lot of fun to film, and I sort of was just improvising, so if that showed, I'm very sorry. Stay cool, stay in school, or not, and I will see you later.